Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Charlie Hester is back again as co-host. Tyler Carson from St. Mary St. Michael joins us for some crazy fun and gives us a taste of his upcoming album. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Explain it.
This show.
Explain it.
Explain what? How I had my finger in the Hidey hole?
There's
your episode title right there, Finger in the Hidey Hole.
That is a
I need to get here's one.
Write that down. There's a little hole
Yes, there is.
right next to where I'm sitting. And yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was very awkward looking on Facebook
It
Live.
was.
But it was completely innocent.
I'm in trouble now.
I know.
I am in trouble.
Because you had your finger in the hidey hole.
It wasn't what it looked like. It never is. That never works.
Does it?
It's never.
Hey! It's time for the Life radio
Wow,
show, I
is it
guess.
ever?
And yeah, it
there's
is.
Tyler.
It is. Yep, Tyler Carson's on his way in. So, yeah, the question is answered. We were wondering where the world is Tyler Carson. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get going. And as we were going, I'm your host, Don Smith. As always, every other always, the lovely Charlie Hester is in as co-host. No longer guest co-host. You've
I guess
graduated to full co-host part-time.
Right. Now, will you remember to say that?
Right, no, probably.
No,
well, I
you
did
won't.
this time.
Well, you
I did this
did.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to, charge you $1 every time you forget from now on.
It'll be the
And then $5.
kind of a swear jar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway, I'm excited. We just got done with an interview with Izzy Rock.
Yes.
From Gym City Podcast. So look for that to come out soon.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. That
Yeah.
was fun because he was on my show 3+ years ago. And,
Wow.
and I finally bugged him enough to get onto his.
Well, that's good. That's what you have to do. You have to be tenacious.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. We got to talk about the May 3rd and 4th show at Wiley's.
Right.
Who's on that?
Some hack. I don't know. Man,
I know some hack is opening for you, but
No.
after that, it's what, Keith Bergman?
Keith Bergman from Toledo will be there. He's featuring. And this one chick called Charlie Hester.
Yeah, look at
gonna
that.
be
There
there.
you go. There you go.
These
yeah.
tickets are so big.
Yes. Well, you're a big ticket item, Charlie.
I just put that on Facebook.
But
'Cause you
you're a
said it.
big ticket item?
Yeah.
So you're just stealing my jokes.
Well, no, I gave you credit.
Oh, okay.
Credit.
Because I made them. Actually, got a real good deal on them, too. So the right copy is awesome.
Well, if they were cheap, they were for me.
They were, exactly. They were free, Charlie.
accurate.
The cheapest you can get.
That's right. That's right.
Tyler Carson has made it in.
Made it in.
From
Tyler.
St. Mary, St. Michael. It's good to have you back.
Hey,
I'm
Tyler.
stoked to be here.
Yeah.
Charlie,
Yes, hi.
nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
If you want to get real familiar, you can come put your finger in the Hidey hole over
Yes,
here.
it's right over here.
Ooh, okay.
It's not as moist as you would hope, but it's there. It's there.
Nice. I knew I was excited to be back here.
Oh, we are so going to get
We're
shut
on
down.
Facebook Live.
I know,
by the
I was
way,
gonna
so
say,
you're
man,
actually-
I gotta be
adjust
pretty
his
now.
camera because that's like right in his
Yeah,
forehead.
I was just about to move it.
Where can I
Just-
stand? Where do I sit? Where right here? Okay. Do I have to move?
you're good.
or-
You're good. He'll get you adjusted.
This
This
is-
is Patrick. Have you been in when you haven't been
I
in?
haven't
when
been in with Patrick.
that's Triple P, our producer, because they
You got
decided.
a producer,
Well,
videos.
They
man.
decided I needed a babysitter, and I said,
Yeah,
okay,
that's-
if you're going to put a babysitter in here, we want cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we have nanny cam and a babysitter.
is-
And I'm still putting my finger in
Wait,
the hidey
I
hole.
thought you-
We need the baby monitor for you now to monitor when you get that finger in her
Right.
eye.
does he have a bleep button for when it gets a bleep? You know, he,
Yeah, we have the dump
Patrick's
button.
got the dump button over there. We've just got the hidey hole over here. And it's,
Sure
I think we
do.
got the better end of that.
I think the hidey hole. I think the hidey hole will do the opposite of what the dump button. Does.
Yes.
Well, it depends
It
on the finger
depends on-
placement. That's all I'm saying. All
Yeah,
right.
it depends on how far.
We're a good team. Correct.
See, well, like I said, we've already been recording for an hour.
Yeah,
so
we got
we're
more.
already
We
we're already
pre-gamed
we
this show.
pre-gamed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we had to rush over here to no parking, which I'm just glad that I don't pay for a parking pass here
Yeah,
anymore,
that
because
was
that would
really
irritate me.
interesting. Usually when I come here, there's plenty of parking, but there was none tonight.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully we don't get towed. I parked right on the median.
You yeah.
You parked in the grass.
it's a big concrete area walking in the Student Union building. I just pulled up there.
Oh, yeah.
we'll
Well,
figure it out.
yeah, they need a parking lot there
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, all they got's that weird-looking art stuff and those strange lights. Yeah,
They-
just
they have
park
a-
right there.
They have a sign saying no standing, but they don't have a sign saying no parking.
Yeah, they
That's
say no
right.
standing, no pickup. Didn't say you could park there.
right.
Well, I drive a pickup.
Well,
so I
mine's a
wouldn't be able
Jeep.
to.
I'm free there.
Exactly. Yeah, you're in the clear.
So now, Tyler, I have to ask this before we get any further, and also to change the subject.
Lay it
so
on me.
I see that you are wearing an awesome sweatband.
I
now,
am.
is that out of necessity or style choice?
Style's always a necessity.
Oh, there you go. There
Oh,
you go.
that's yeah.
So
that's a
you
good
just
answer.
got done playing tennis, and
That's right. And I
Became-
just said,
yeah.
you know what? That's why I was late.
see, because
My
I
match-
thought that was a guitar case. I didn't know that
Nope,
was a
it's
tennis
a
racket.
big racket.
Yep.
Wait, seriously?
I thought it was a guitar too.
It's definitely a guitar.
It's a guitar. It's a guitar. He plays tennis with a guitar. 'cause
No, I
he's-
was joking.
he's
I
cool like
periodically
that.
go through headband season, and last week I went, you know what? It feels like headband season again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're, as a musician, it's not like Jimi Hendrix where you're putting like hits of acid
Oh, no,
underneath
no,
it.
no.
Okay.
No.
Because
People
I
ask
totally
like, man, you
would.
must be really sweaty. I'm like, man, can a man just wear a headband? Like,
Right.
Right.
So
And we had to point it out when you got in here. You're not even safe from that kind of
it's
Well, no,
all good.
I
headband
wanted- but that's why I
persecution here
wanted
on
to-
the Life Radio
I
show.
wanted clarification because I mean
Okay,
it's a
okay.
good look.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
So, beard,
So-
headband,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one now. No,
go for it.
I don't know if it would help.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
you're not
anything would
glistening
help,
anymore.
yeah.
I think
That's
you're.
good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
he was a little
yeah,
warm. He
yeah,
rushed in
yeah.
here and.
Same. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm on my way. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah. You were running a bit behind the traffic. It's always nuts out here. I'm just trying to figure. We're trying to figure out what's going on. It must be some kind of weird thing here.
Mercury's
at
in
the,
retrograde. It's a full moon. Whatever.
El Nino.
El
If
Nino.
anybody remembers that. crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nino.
So what have you been up to, man? You got any new songs you're working on?
Yeah,
or-
well, actually, I've been in the studio. It's
Awesome.
been interesting. I'm currently producing and recording a buddy of mine's album, and he is producing. I'm still recording, but he's producing mine. So we've been
Cool.
doing that, which is I got a timeline because there is big news in the St. Mary St. Michael family. I got a baby on the way.
Oh,
So
Congratulations.
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Aw.
August, so that puts certain timelines on what
Oh.
I am doing.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Leo too, which
That's
one of the
Oh.
one of the coolest things you can be.
I am
honestly.
also a Leo.
So there
Really?
you go.
Yeah.
How
In
did I
good
not know
company.
that already?
I don't know how could you not look at me? And
What's the date?
8th?
Oh, 14th.
The 8th. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
See, I'm
Sweet,
23rd, but that puts me in Virgo territory. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because of the
that's-
21st cutoff.
It's never
But,
good to get stuck in Virgo territory. I was
That's
all
the
through
one.
high school.
Yeah.
That's-
How old are you, Tyler?
28.
Aw.
So first baby on the way.
You're still young and full of hope. And
That's
have
right.
dreams
Well,
and
I hope
crap.
I don't know about hope. I haven't been on a radio show with you. All my stuff's depressing, and
It's good, though.
Hope-
It's
hope-
good depressing.
hope
it's
was
good
squashed
depressing
long
stuff,
ago.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
like Mazzy Star slit your wrists kind of?
it's iron and wine,
Ooh.
like introspectively sad, not like
Okay.
woe is me. It's not just a phase, mom. It's
right.
you
It's
know,
kind of like
Right.
philosophical.
I try to be.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is still Blue 52,
Yep,
which
I
that
nailed
just
it
the
there.
story behind it is awesome.
The whale story.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't know.
We've
I
talked
know
about it before on
nothing.
here, but it's one of my favorite songs of his. I actually have it in
right.
in my truck
Okay.
to where long
bought
drives
the
I
CD.
will listen to
Is
it and
it
cry
a-
myself silly.
Is it available on iTunes?
Yeah, I'm everywhere you can stream. Saint Mary, Saint Michael
All
is
right.
my artist name. And the first album, the song Blue 52 is on Sea of Empty Faces.
Great album.
All right.
My second project's a 1984 concept album, so less deep, just more like, do you appreciate,
Right.
bleak futures? Then sure, it's
But,
great.
Yeah, very
So-
very hopeful, very very
All right.
uplifting. But
I hope to be done with my next one by June. So
Cool.
that's the time frame.
Yeah.
yeah, because I have to get all my music ready ahead of time in here, so I am not able to convert a lot of yours over to MP3 to get them ready. So I haven't been playing yours as much in here, which is disappointing to me. Because I don't want to play it and
I
then
can send
record it
you
on the
MP3s.
MP3. I would love that
I will
because
do that.
I don't want to play it and record it on MP3 because then it sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
I
like
know.
Loses-
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
a lot
making
of
a
it.
note right
yeah.
now.
Sweet. That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on the air because
And I'm
yeah.
downloading Blue 52, so you should see that 12-cent royalty check.
So he's
Coming
been
your
holding
way.
out. He's got
Honey,
a kid
if
on
you're
the way. He's
listening,
been- yeah.
we're going out to dinner tonight.
Hey, that's going to be like one diaper pretty
right.
soon.
Exactly.
So, got to look at
Listen,
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, yeah, the more we talk about it, the more people get on there and download it.
it. Exactly. Yeah.
I kind of feel bad because he gave them to me for free. So
Well, you're a cheap bastard.
no, I think I got when you gave me the first one. I think I actually did.
You
buy
gave me-
it. I-
you
yeah,
gave
I
me
gave
some
you-
money.
Yeah, I gave you some money. See,
He slipped you a $5.
He actually slipped me a tenner. I said, it's only $5. He goes, well, $5 for gas.
Oh, I know. He's
gotta
really.
support people, man.
You are really good about that.
Yeah.
So
I'm a people person.
You,
Some people will disagree. I'm not those people.
Right. He's a people person.
Right.
You know,
I just
not
so
every
specific
Right.
people. Yeah. People I like.
that's right.
Yeah.
So now, Tyler, what all? I'm
You're okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
It's music. I'm in my
Absolutely.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm
So,
out of mine. So.
You play guitar.
Yes.
Anything else?
So, long story short, I started on piano.
Okay.
Switched to upright bass because it's just badass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then,
Absolutely.
but that's also a pain to carry around.
Yeah.
And so I decided, I actually got suspended from school for some bogus reasons.
They always are, man.
Well, this one, I threw milk in a trash can, and the assistant principal didn't like that.
What?
So, I mean, I
milk?
literally threw it.
Was it yours or was it his?
Right? No, it was mine. And he goes, you can't do that. And I went, throw milk away. And he said, that's 2 days suspension, which, my parents weren't stoked about, but they
Because
weren't mad
you
at me.
questioned him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
It would have been a detention, but you questioned
I had
him.
to
and
question.
He felt,
So I got a
that-
2-week
that's
vacation.
Small people like that. But yeah, that's fun,
And then I learned guitar. I said, screw it, I'm going to teach myself guitar. So I've been doing that since. And then
Awesome.
any stringed instrument. I have a short attention span, so I see a banjo and, let me learn it. Oh, mandolin. I recently picked up accordion because why not?
Right.
Why not,
Right?
indeed?
So,
If you
but
can do
I
it,
primarily guitar. What I perform on is guitar.
Okay. Awesome.
So
We'll all
Now,
have to,
when
at the
when you
break, I'll have to-
record your stuff in the studio, do you play the other instruments on there, or do you? Have
not
other-
usually. I've
Okay.
got a world class cellist named Michael Ronstadt, who's a phenomenal songwriter, cello player, and he plays a lot on my stuff. And then I've recently picked up my band is a bunch of people who said they didn't want to be in my band, and they're still around.
Whatever works.
So they're like, "Hey, I'll play this one show for you, but I'm not in your band." And then, a year and a half later, they're still around. So I figured, well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. yeah.
I'll keep recording. I do upright bass and guitar work, and then every once in a while, if I want to get weird with that, I'll do something. So
Yeah. Like accordion. That's
that was
there,
on my
there
last
isn't enough
album.
good polka music, especially depressing, introspective polka music. That's
Exactly.
really
Okay, granted, now I actually do enjoy polka music.
Sure.
I was raised on Lawrence Welk. How
Oh,
can
okay.
Of course.
Yeah, but there's some really great songs that use accordion,
Mm-hmm.
and when it's done correctly, it is beautiful.
that is true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like some janky old pipe organ.
Right. It's not like
Way past its prime.
yeah. You don't like playing the pipe organ.
Damn it, Don.
So,
Is that the title of this episode?
No.
It could be. It could. Well, so far we got
Play the
finger in the
pipe
Heidi hole, but I don't
Finger in
know.
the Heidi
Playing the
hole.
pipe organ. Playing the pipe organ could. That's a close second. That's it. That could be a quick favorite.
So I'm just thankful the 8,000 pipe organ at the Notre Dame survived the fire.
Oh, yeah. It's never good when your pipe organ gets damaged in a fire.
Yep, it's the worst.
Yeah. A friend of mine was dating someone whose pipe organ was severely damaged in a fire.
Wowzer.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, it was. It was.
Couldn't hit the F sharp anymore.
Oh, man.
I don't even think he could hit the B on that one.
Oh.
He's very flat.
Yeah, it's very.
Where is the G spot? Okay,
I know.
sorry, I'm done.
I mean, there is a G note, so
Yeah,
we
I
can
know.
say the G spot.
Well, that's what she's saying.
It's
I
legit.
thought
What
you
were you
said
thinking?
D. I thought you said D spot at first.
You can't find. Well, that's what his would have been.
Yeah, that's,
'cause
it was. That's the
after
problem.
the fire,
that
it was just a D
it was.
spot. That's all it was.
The G spot's a whole different category on Pornhub.
Yeah, that's a lot of categories.
I know.
Isn't
That's
that
a
like the
second
gland
note.
or something that's underneath the... Never mind.
Oh, to check out.
Second reminder.
Yeah, second reminder to check out that category on Pornhub.
Okay.
That's what we do here. Just,
That's-
you know,
yeah.
give people
You
weird
guys are real
ideas about stuff like that.
philanthropic over here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your deep introspective music fits right in with this group. That's
Sweet.
so you're working on new albums.
I am.
You playing out a lot, or you getting out
I
a lot
am
of?
trying to. So I now host
Because I
an
keep
open.
meaning to go to several things, but I just don't.
Right.
I don't make it.
Same. I keep meaning to pop up for yours.
Right,
and,
right, and you don't.
know,
Yeah.
Something happens. That's the problem when you perform. Everyone's like, "Hey, you're gonna make my show." I'm like,
see, we actually have free tickets.
Free tickets?
Free tickets
What's
for
the date on
this.
that?
This is May 3rd and May 4th. This is Charlie is headlining at Wiley's Comedy Club. I'm going to be opening for her, and featuring we have the wonderful Keith Berkman.
"So what
Yeah.
time?"
That's
Just
nice.
out of curiosity, does your set end?
I like you.
No, you really have to stick around for Keith and Charlie too. You don't just go see me.
Good
I understand
recovery.
where you're
That's
at.
hilarious.
Good
Really-
retort. Good. I was.
I thought he was going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to turn
He's
it back
clever.
around. Yeah, it's this verbal jousting that we do here.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah,
All
that's-
right.
But yeah, I do play. I actually I do host an open mic at Fretboard Brewery now on Wednesday nights.
Is this strictly music open mic or
So far,
so far? You haven't had
although
Little musical comedy.
there
you
you
know,
go.
I wouldn't say no to that if you want to come hang out.
Oh, that's
The
fretboard
Fretboard Brewing.
Brewery.
The only emphasis so far has been original
Right,
tunes.
Yeah.
So if you write original musical
all I do.
jokes, then bring it out. Actually, that'd be pretty cool because it'd be something unexpected.
Yes.
So it's actually been really cool because it's given me a chance to let other people who create, as I'm sure you know, being like in the
whatever
comedy
it is
realm.
that I do.
I mean, you got a lot of.
Yeah.
It can be intimidating to break into that scene,
Yeah.
Right.
and so it's a cool environment that supports new or young, we'll say, artists. Whether you've been, playing in your basement for 2 years or
Right.
never played in front of a crowd before, so it's been
Yeah.
cool. I do that every Wednesday.
Now,
7
where's it
o'clock.
located?
Fretboard Brewing. It's in Blue Ash, so
Oh, okay.
kind of north of the city. But it's roughly 45 minutes south of here.
Okay.
Good beer, good food. That always helps.
Oh yeah, that's worth a 45-minute drive just for good beer
Yeah, I hear you.
and the jail time on the way back.
That's right. And being Fretboard, you can hear the owners are all musicians, and they really have a heart for that kind of side of things. So that's cool. And then I play outside of that. I try to limit my full band engagements because at this point now I don't want to play every week in front of 10 people. I'd rather play every couple months or so in front of more. So
Right.
Makes sense.
I try to
yeah.
make those a little bit more intentional.
Yeah.
I did play all day St. Patty's, or all weekend St. Patty's Day, and I'm still recovering from that. So
Yeah, that would wear you out.
they want you, hey, can you play 3 hours of upbeat, energetic?
Oh, that's exhausting.
Sweet. Can you do that Saturday and Sunday? I mean, if you're paying me.
Well, yeah, that's. I don't think I could do 3 hours of anything for even with pay.
Yeah, right. Wait, are you paying or?
Well, it depends. I don't think anybody pay me for 3 hours of anything.
Sure.
My,
So, yeah,
my
that's-
day job, they don't even want to pay me for 3 hours solid. I have to take breaks every 10
They
minutes.
actually
so
pay you.
anyway.
Yeah. We'll pay you extra if you don't stay here.
Yep. But
that's
hey,
it.
I'm able to promote shows while I'm at work, which is fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Because we need promotion. That's what we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Marketing is everything. Now, how do you market your band and your projects? Like, what have you learned about marketing as far as music goes over the years?
What can you teach?
What can I teach you? That's actually a really interesting thing because I was raised by someone who, my dad was, he helped line up tech startups with venture capitalists. So his whole thing was entrepreneurship. He's actually now the entrepreneurship professor at University of Tennessee. So
Wow. Would he be interested in buying a comedy club?
I don't know. He'd have to. What's the risk on that?
Real
Yeah,
high.
no risk at all. It's just one. It's one blessed memory after the next.
That's right.
It's
Lots
it's
of
great.
memories.
It's
May
great,
3rd
yes.
and 4th, it's going to be risque.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
right.
true.
Oh,
Hey,
I see what you did
Ba-dum-bum.
there.
Sorry.
But yeah, marketing's really weird. As I have found that you're just a drop in the pond. Everyone, and as I'm sure I've talked to enough comedians now, I'm sure you guys get this, that everyone thinks that they can do it. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
oh yeah, I could get up
right.
in front of a microphone. I could tell
Oh,
some
yeah,
jokes
yeah.
for 45 minutes, whatever.
Right.
And a lot of them don't really appreciate, because my emphasis is on writing lyrics, not just on big energetic
Right.
guitar riffs, whatever, which that's what most people want when they
Yeah.
go to a bar. They're not listening to what you say. So I have an
Right.
interesting struggle in that. I'm like, well, you're going to hate my music if you don't actually listen to it.
Most comedy shows at bars, they aren't the least bit interested in what we say either.
Nope, not at all. And
But the Barrel Show, the Barrel in Springboro, where you're going to be headlining on April 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Barrel. That's actually a good bar show. That's where people actually go there
want
Yeah.
and
I'm
listen to
excited
comedy.
about
Yeah.
that
there.
one.
Oh yeah.
So I found, I don't know if this is the comedic world, but I'm working through the idea of networking, specifically marketing myself to other songwriters. I'm like, let's just hang out. Let's play some tunes, and I'll play a show. You open for me. I'll open for you. And
I think there's a fair amount of that goes on in comedy. I mean, yeah.
I like the intimate shows anyways. I mean, we play house shows every once in a while. We bought a house last year, and one of the requirements for me was the basement has to be set up to record and host house shows.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that's actually been more enjoyable for me, is because 20 people show up and it's intimate and they actually want to be there, and they
Right.
appreciate. In fact, charging money is a good way to, people I think appreciate when they have paid $10 for a ticket versus I'm just going to show up and whatever.
Well, yeah, if they paid for the ticket, they're going to be more likely to pay attention because
Right.
they paid for it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
And
they
so
didn't just.
they're showing with their money. I appreciate what's going on. So that's really what I've been doing. And it's funny. The best marketing you can do is you get a gig, show up early, hang out afterwards, be professional, which seems to not be a big thing in the music world.
In the comedy world.
I imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
So that's my whole thing. Is
And we haven't had a lot of problems lately.
No. You mean with me?
Well, we never have problems with you. You're fantastic. But no, we haven't had a lot of problems with unprofessional comics.
Yeah.
But most of them been really, really decent. Every now and then you get some new people that think they're, yeah.
Hot,
Yeah, well, you
hot
can't.
stuff.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say their hot stuff don't
We
stink.
just finished a
but-
podcast where we could swear.
Right. So we're
And now-
we have to switch over to FCC mode.
Yeah.
And which is the only F word we can say now.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
get it. I have a problem with that. That's one
It's
of our
stifling.
parenting conversations with me and my wife. How censored do I have to be around the kid?
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, once they start talking, then then they start echoing everything.
Yeah, that's
from
kind
what
of-
I've heard. That's why I
I
never
want
had
that. I
kids.
think that
didn't
would be
want
funny.
I didn't want anything I said repeated. So
Yeah, we were pretty Ned Flanders for
Yeah.
the first 10 years, and then we're like, we cannot handle this anymore. We need to express opinions in a
Right,
very
right.
adult way, and so
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's gonna. I've always joked I'm gonna get called into a parent-teacher conference. Mr. Carson, your son called this person. Fill in the
Right,
blank, and my
right.
response is gonna be, well, were they being one? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand the problem.
They seem to use the word accurately. Like, it's completely
I just
appropriate.
want to make sure they have the usage down.
Right. I mean, right. What was the context? Like, they'll be in trouble if they're not using it correctly.
Because that's
Right.
one thing my dad has never asked me is, where'd you learn to talk like that?
You knew.
Because he knew.
Yeah.
There will be no doubt.
My
for
mom
me.
has asked me that, and I said, you don't know Dad? You
You've been married to
guys
him.
met. You know? So, yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's my marketing thing. Hang out with the right people, respect the art, and show up and be professional. And it seems to work. I'm
and
a slow grind guy.
That
I
can
don't.
carry over into comedy very well because that's a lot of that is networking. A lot of that is
Sure, it is.
Well, it's just interesting for me because I sort of dance between both worlds because what I do, it is comedy, but also it is very much music.
Yeah.
And so I have to sort of be able to balance the needs of both things because you market music much differently than you market comedy.
Right.
Well, see, that's almost for me. That's always been terrifying because I know some guys that do write funny music, and I'm like, how do you make it funny on its own and not compromise the musical side of things?
Yeah.
And how do you write music that doesn't? I'm like,
Right.
that's hard to me. It's hard enough
Yeah.
for me to try and be funny on stage when I'm just bantering, let alone because it's a joke that you can't really
Right.
talk through. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
And so I find that to be very difficult.
there are some that try and just fail miserably. We have some, and there are some that are brilliant.
So
Hoping I'll fall into that category soon
one
enough.
day, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I keep working towards it. We'll see what happens. So, but hey, now I have a new open mic to go to.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Where I
yeah,
don't have to listen to a bunch of
Fretboard
dick
Brewery,
jokes.
yeah. Exactly.
That's-
Because
can I
some
say
of
that? I
these
can
some of
say
these
that.
people named Richard are just
Yeah,
Right.
Richard. They're bad
yeah.
comedians.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Except that Richard Pryor, Dick Pryor. He was or Dick later. Right?
Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Prior, later, during, whatever.
Yeah. Any way you take it.
So how big does he write the D in his name?
Who, me?
No, Richard.
Oh, okay. Well, probably overcompensates and writes it way bigger than the truth.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's it. All right, we should.
Yes.
It's a good show.
Did I say I missed you last week? By the way,
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Aw, thank you.
It was a good show, but not as good as it should have been. We're gonna go ahead and hit the comedy rundown. Yes. And we're gonna take a little break. On the first break, who do we have on the first break? Because we're
I don't
going right
know.
into it. Mr. Stone King. I'm gonna play Mr. Stone King, a song "I Was Made for Loving You."
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
fun.
No, I mean, like, legit. Like,
Yeah.
Is it a serious song or is it a comedy
Yes,
song?
it's a serious song.
Okay.
It's serious. Mr. Stone King. I'm going to have him back in the studio sometime. He's a wonderful musician. Really nice guy. He had a website dedicated to theme park roller coaster accidents.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why?
Because as a preventative measure, kind of a
what is his email? Let's
yeah.
book him.
We'll
sounds
work
fun.
on that. We'll get him
All
back
right.
in here. Yeah.
That sounds
Nice
fun.
guy, though. Nice guy. He's very into vampires, too. Interesting fellow.
Total package,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Why
Absolutely.
you hide all the good people, Don?
I can't get them all in at once. They won't fit. It's a big room.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Sometimes you can't.
I get asked, when are you going to grow out of the that's what she says, and I'm like, listen, you see who I hang out with? It's not going
Have we
anywhere.
ever used that on this show?
What?
That's what she said.
I have a couple of times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Have the
probably
comedians
I
on
think
the
with
show?
this group of people, it's just a constant implication.
Right.
Like,
Right, yeah,
everything
it's
is
not
that that's
really-
what she
yeah.
said.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't actually have to say
It's
it.
all there.
Yeah,
True.
I just lose my crap and just start laughing.
Yeah.
Right.
As soon as my
Phrasing.
Right.
it's my guttural instinct.
All right. Here's this week's comedy rundown brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon district. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Every now and then you got to take a breath. Tuesday, April 16th. Right now, Story Slam is about half over at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon district. They're having another one next month. Don't miss it. Like you missed this one. Disappointed. Also tonight, open mic at Peach's Grill at 104 Xenia Avenue in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 8 p.m. A lot of these, Tyler, are also music and comedy open mics. A lot of the open mics I have on here. I'm pretty sure Peach's Grill is. Also tonight, Toxic Brew Company and Super Dope present Stand Up for a Choice at 8 p.m. It's a free show, but a $5 suggested donation. All donations benefit Planned Parenthood, so that's a good show to go to there.
Yeah.
Super Dope is awesome. I am
Love
so
Super
sad that Seabree is leaving and going to Columbus.
No.
Why, Dan? Why? You tried this before and went to Cincinnati, I believe, and you came right back. So I guess we'll see you in a couple months.
Wow.
Wednesday, April 17th, open mic at Hannah's at 121 North Ludlow Street at 7 p.m. See Raymond Jackson for get stage time for that. I believe that's going on this week because he's just now transitioning from Monday nights to Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see where we are. Also an open mic at Mila's Suburban Cafe at 606 Taywood Road in Englewood. That show starts at 7 p.m. I believe that's a mixed open mic. I believe also the open mic at the South Park Tavern at 1301 Wayne Avenue on Wednesday night. That show starts at 9 p.m. Pretty sure that one's mixed too. Thursday, April 18th, we have a mixed open mic at the Spirited Goat at 118 Dayton Street in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 7 p.m. Also an open mic at the Barrel House at 417 East 3rd Street from 8:30 to 11. I believe that is also a mixed one with music and comedy.
Yep.
Open mic at the Hookah Bazaar at 958 Patterson Road. That one's all comedy and sometimes okay. That show starts at 10 p.m. Sign-ups if you want some stage time are at 9:30. Thursday through Saturday, April 18th to the 20th, Godfrey is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. Friday, April 19th, The Most Offensive Show on Earth Part 2 is at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon District. That's Travis Charles' show with a bunch of other great comedians on that. Saturday. Okay, I'll get it out. Saturday, April 20th, 3 p.m. at Wiley's, we have the Ed Steininger Comedy Benefit. That's at Wiley's Comedy Club, the headlined by Kent Rader, hosted by me. That show starts at 3 p.m. and is fairly clean. Not like PG, but like not NC-17 either.
You mean PG-13?
Right. Well, yeah, but that's actually Wiley's 420 show is at 8 p.m. at Wiley's,
nice.
and that's where you get all your weed joke needs met. Also on Saturday, April 20th, Buckeye Club 420 comedy show at 8 p.m. at 126 High Street in Springfield, of all places.
Is that like
Sense of
high
theme.
comedy? Is there like a high?
I'm pretty sure it's pretty lowbrow. And Sunday, April 21st, there are no shows at Wiley's or the Funny Bone. Happy Easter, if that's your thing. That is it. As always, check out Wiley'sComedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. And I don't think we have any mics on Monday now, which we're gonna have to get some mics here in Dayton. Comics, if you haven't hosted a mic, start one on Monday night.
Right.
Find a bar. Don't even tell them you're doing it.
I'm
just start.
Hey, I'm here to host an open mic now.
Right.
You got
Most of the time the employees don't know. I did a show. It's actually a book show. I'm not going to say where because, it might upset the people there and the people that host it. But I walked in. I said, is this where they're having the comedy show? Well, we sometimes have a comedy show. I don't think we have one tonight. And then everybody shows up for by everybody, I mean the 5 comics that were there and the one comic that came out to support. So we told jokes to 6 comics and the waitress that was on her break.
Yeah.
And 4 very loud dudes playing pool. So it was a great show. Had a better show Thursday night because last Thursday was the at W.O. Wright's, the Neil Griffin and Friends comedy show. Actually, I don't think I have it on here, but Thursday, April 18th, there's also a Neil Griffin and Friends comedy show at W.O. Wright's.
Oh.
Right down the road from Wright State here. So yeah, I forgot about how could I sorry Neil, I forgot about that. He's gonna send me a message.
Sorry, Neil.
He's gonna
Don.
send me a message.
Don's
like
being
he
a
started
Richard
sending me
over
messages
here.
Sunday night at 11 p.m. Here's a comedy tip. Here's a comedy tip. If you happen to know a friendly enough comedy club owner that you have some contact information for him, don't text him or send him messages at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night when he works in the morning on Monday. Just to,
I'll keep that
just
in
a
mind.
little tip there. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Listen to some Mr. Stone King.
Yeah.
We're way past our break time.
Wow.
We're way past our nap time, actually, too. So.
Same.
All right. Patrick, take it away. We'll be back shortly.
I'm ready to get old. I am. You know why? I grew up with an Atari 2600. Yeah, that's right. one of the joysticks on that, the same joystick on a hover-around scooter.
I wanna give it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much I wanna do. And tonight, I wanna lay it at your feet. Because I was made for you. And you were made for me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me tonight? I wanna see it in your eyes. Feel the magic. It's something that drives me wild. And tonight, we're gonna make it all come true. Because you were made for me. And I was made for you. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't give it all to you, baby. Can you give it all to me? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me tonight?
Hey, this is Don Smith with the Life Radio Show on WWSU 106.9 FM. I want to let you know that the World Series of Comedy is back at Wiley's Comedy Club this year. That's right, from May 28th through June 1st. 40 top comedians will compete for bragging rights, prizes, and the chance to go to the main event in St. Louis to compete against the top 100 comics in the country. This is a great chance to come out and support your favorite local comics and see some up-and-coming funny people doing what they do best. Tickets are available at wileyscomedy.com. See them all now while they still work cheap.
Talking about movies is what Aaron Lopez does best.
We are talking about The Greatest Showman, Thor Ragnarok, Love Simon, Hereditary,
With an army of special guests.
Jordan Lopez, Aaron Brewer, Jack Elliott, my good friend Carly.
Special moments you don't want to miss.
The very first ever Drunk Drive-In. We are more looking at the Oscar nominations.
So grab some snacks and a cold drink.
Let's all go to the lobby, refill your drinks.
Every Thursday.
Eventide Entertainment presents The Drive-In.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Wow.
Seen a grown man naked?
What a return.
Hey, yeah, we're back. We're back on the, yeah. We'll get this on the yeah. We're back on the yeah.
Back.
The Life Radio Show.
Yeah.
That's my new tagline.
It's perfect. I love it.
It is.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
We're back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Sitting next to me, the beautiful Charlie Hester.
Hello.
The talented Charlie Hester.
Oh, thanks.
Any other words you want to throw out there as far as what you... Okay.
You called me cheap earlier. We can throw that in there.
No, the tickets.
Oh,
Were
the
cheap.
tickets
Yeah.
are cheap. The tickets
Yeah.
were cheap.
Don, I should probably tell you, Amy says, guess who isn't lost?
Sweet.
Oh.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
I'm excited to meet
Yeah,
her.
last time she was having a heck of a time.
Oh my gosh,
driving
she's
around campus. Yeah,
Is she
it was-
coming for the second half?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Amy's back.
Because
This'll
I suggested that Charlie meet Amy. That's going to be fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hoot.
It's going to happen.
Yep. Tyler Carson is also
Yay,
in with us, and
Tyler!
I made him get his guitar out and
My
get
guitar's
tuned up,
out.
and the guitar's out. He's tuned up. Are you ready to go?
I can do it. I'll let you. I'll give you
need
a
to
choice.
tighten your headband a little bit,
Yeah, just-
twist it a bit. Yeah.
I tune my own. I tune my
Yeah.
brain up
Yeah.
a little bit. I'll give you guys.
Well, you don't want to play with a kink in your headband. That's
never,
true.
never. Again,
It's a
I
lesson
take my
in life
fashion
right
very
there.
seriously.
Absolutely. Well, what are you going to play for us?
I'll give you. Do you want to hear a song, a sad song about depression, or a sad song about a reluctant outlaw?
A sad song
Which
about
is it? Which
depression
is it?
sounds
Is it
recursive.
the Reluctant Outlaw, is that one you've played in here before? Is that
I've done neat.
Right.
I was
right,
talking
right.
about whiskey. Did I do my other one, Figs from Thistles, last time?
I don't think you did.
You want to hear that one? It's
Yep.
about the
You
same
want to hear
dude.
Figs from Thistles?
All right.
Okay, that'll work. Sweet. Yeah, it's good. Talented young man. Very
I'm
fun.
excited for this.
So I don't like to brag, but every once in a while I come up with a cool guitar part, and I think this one's pretty neat. So
Awesome.
we'll see if I can pull it off live.
Ah.
Okay, it's called Figs from Thistles. There we go. Warm up. When I was young, I lived in fear of an angry man who was fond of beer. So I took his gun, fled through the night, and I learned to steal just to get by. And I met a boy, his parents dead. I caught him thieving from me while I slept. Now he's just trying to eat, he don't wanna die. And so we steal just to get by. Now after years, the kid is torn. His heart is set on something more. Says he's had enough. Says that this ain't right. No, he don't wanna steal just to get by. So I told him go. Go and find your path. You got too much to offer for me to hold you back. No, I can't change, but I know I'll find a fig in all the thistles that have filled my life.
Nice.
Yes.
Told you, young man was talented.
Wow.
That's good
That
stuff.
song's due
Good
out in
stuff.
hopefully June, maybe July.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I look forward to the whole new album.
Yeah, me too. If it's wow.
Thank you.
Well done.
I appreciate that.
Now we got to talk about silly stuff.
I'm good. I'm good with silly stuff.
See, what I was going to do, since we had the camera just on you, when it came back, I was going to have my finger in the Hidey hole.
In the Hidey hole.
That way it throws us right into being ready for news
Right.
stories.
I was a little too quick there. Oh, that didn't sound right in the context.
There it is. There it is.
That did not sound right.
You got a bounce and a snort. That's well done, Patrick. Well,
That was an unintentional joke right there.
Oh.
Fox News. Guys. Fox News.
Fox News.
Where's that hot dog? All right. No, I was
It'll
promised.
be back quickly.
Go put the hot dog in your Hidey hole.
I was promised free hot
Yep,
dog.
just remember, positive affirmation.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a whole discussion on positive affirmation for well, it was short. Actually, it was a brief conversation that ended too quickly.
Yes.
It was about positive affirmation for premature ejaculation.
Amen.
Yes.
Which
because
exists
you
on
are
iTunes.
in control of your penis.
It's amazing. It's actually, that track is on my list of positive affirmations, and I listen to it like every couple days just for funsies.
Wait, so this is a real.
Thank you.
So
No, oh wait,
is
this is like
real
this
thing?
is like a real like.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Like there, it's okay.
Oh yes, I can. We can't. Well, we can't play it, can we?
No,
I'll
we can't
have to
put
listen
careful.
to.
Yeah,
I can
I'll
listen
add it.
to
I'll
it.
add it. I'll add it to my
Well, yeah,
list.
we'll have to look it up, and we'll have to get some clips from.
I wonder if I can write a depressing folk song about that.
About premature ejaculation.
I'm sure there are some depressing.
I came and I went.
Yeah. Good one. Good.
No, Doc, what I was going to say is, depending on the content, you possibly could play it during the second half of your show because of the safe harbor hours.
Safe harbor hours. What? Does that mean we can
It's
get
a little more
raunchier?
It's a little more lenient.
We're just learning this now, Patrick.
I thought you knew this.
No.
I thought that's
safe
why your
harbor
show
where
was
you
7
dropped
to
off
9.
kids you don't want anymore. Is that?
I think so.
Oh,
So
my
now
gosh.
you know. After 8 p.m., you can drop your kids off.
Drop them off.
Drop them off and use bad language.
There's still no. You can't. You still can't use bad language, but you have a little more leniency in terms of the content. Like you could talk more about adult content more, as long as you're not too vulgar about it.
I don't think we ever stopped that before. I think we were in the vulgar content when we were still here, like from noon to 2.
Yeah.
True. I mean, like when we first came on, you had your finger in her Hidey hole. So
Right.
And it's all good.
Never gonna get old.
Well, technically, it was the studio's Hidey hole.
The studio.
The studio's Hidey hole.
Right.
The amenities galore
Yeah.
here at.
So the headset jack.
I am sitting in this seat
we got more
for
comments.
forever.
I
I
we
need
have
to scroll
comments?
down. I need to scroll down on this thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's just people joining.
people joining and getting disgusted and leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hit a couple of news stories. It's almost the top of the hour. We only have a couple of news stories in us right now. So this first one's from Laredo, Texas.
Okay.
Which is almost as good as Florida stories.
I got one for you.
Police say a woman assaulted her common-law husband because he stayed silent when she asked whether she is pretty. Which is never a good idea. The Laredo Morning Times reports Lizeth Guadalupe Ramirez, 20 years old, was arrested for hitting her husband multiple times after the couple left a movie theater Tuesday, April 10th, where she asked him the question. The abuse allegedly occurred in a vehicle on the drive home and at the home. The common law husband told police he simply didn't respond because he couldn't hear her.
Wait, what was
Which got him another butt whooping. Because you never listen to me!
Yeah.
You said Guadalupe Ramirez?
Ramirez.
Didn't
not
we have a
Ramirez.
story about the same person not too long ago?
It is a good possibility. You never know.
That name sounds familiar to me.
You never know. I mean, if something like this, there's
I like
probably
that they
other
specify
stories
common
out there.
law there. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
it's
right.
not like they chose to spend their life. It's just like after 7 years,
Wait.
they're like,
Yeah, it's like,
Hold
where else are we going?
Technicality question.
Okay.
In order to be common law, you have to have lived with each other for 7 years.
I believe
Depending on
seven.
the
I believe
and it
7 is
says-
the unlucky
and
number.
it says that she's 20, right?
Yes, it does.
Wowzer.
Oh, my
picked up
God.
on that. You picked up on
wow.
that. See, it was Texas. That's
I'm smart as
Wowzer.
fork.
I would say Fox News, but
That's
you know,
not really a
Smart
compliment
as
anymore.
smart as F. A
That
Florida
was
fisherman.
All right,
Here we
he said
go,
Florida.
Florida.
This is a good one.
Yes, thank you. I live for Florida stories.
This one is fun. I remember parts of it. A Florida fisherman got quite a catch Tuesday, but it happened to be an intoxicated 22-year-old woman instead of a prize fish. Authorities were called to the St. Johns County Pier at 6 p.m. after a fisherman said a woman bit his fishing line and swam off with his lure.
And he
Nice.
also lost his fishing rod as well.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah,
Something about a rod.
He wanted some bass.
What
What can you say?
The fisherman told deputies that Alexandria Turner, 22, appeared to be intoxicated, no kidding, when she swam up to his fishing line, cursed at him, according to the police report. The 22-year-old woman then allegedly bit the fishing line and swam away with the rigging. When Turner was asked to come to the pier office, she reportedly became belligerent and refused to walk inside. Turner then started upsetting, quote, the sense of public norm at the pier. When the police tried to take her into protective custody, officials said. Turner refused to let deputies handcuff her and screamed, "I'm effing naked!"
I'm
several
foxing naked.
times.
Wow.
That is a great story.
That's a Florida achievement
Yeah, that's
right
just-
there. That's achievement unlocked. That's
Pure
next
Florida.
level Florida news right there.
That is the best euphemism yet. She bit and swam away with his
Yes.
fishing lure.
Yeah, hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line. That is the Florida story.
Yes.
Wow.
Sounds like a couple of the frat parties I attended in college.
You had to swim away with your lure too.
Dadgummit.
I don't like when they bite the line.
How fast of a swimmer was she?
I don't know. Apparently, it's a mermaid. She was a mermaid.
Well,
That's,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying they don't exist.
She's swimming intoxicated. Like, she clearly knows what she's doing. I mean, if she can swim
Well, it's
away.
a mermaid. They got her out of the water. It's
Yeah.
a mermaid. She wasn't intoxicated.
Maybe
it was
that's why
oxygen
they're like,
deprivation.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
can't- yeah, her gills weren't functioning properly.
Right. And that's why she was
It's,
naked.
well, it's Florida.
'Cause she just
Their
Little
gills
Mermaid.
don't function properly. Flunction is more what they do down in Florida than function. They just flunction.
It makes sense because the word flunk is in it, which is the funny part.
Right, so they excel at flunction.
Wow. Holy jeez. Florida. is
Well, you
just-
always complain about my news stories not being quite up to par, so I tried to find some. I tried to top some of the previous.
Every
things,
once in a
so.
while, there's a clunker in there. I mean,
That's
but you
true.
can't help what people do or don't do.
That's true. Sometimes
on
it's a
you.
slow news day. So
Yeah.
far, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
This was not an ordinary day at one Wisconsin Walmart. Lisa Smith, 46, and her son Benny Van, 25, were arrested by Eau Claire police at the store Thursday. Smith was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor bail jumping. Van was charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct, and retail theft. The dog, named Bo, was caught by police officers and brought to the Humane Society. According to a news release from the Eau Claire Police Department, officers responded at 8:30 p.m. for a retail theft in progress at Walmart. They found Smith in the entryway of the store screaming and trying to catch her dog. She allegedly began pulling store displays apart and putting them in her cart. When asked to leave, Smith performed karate moves in the parking lot.
Outstanding.
There's more.
car.
Oh my gosh, really?
The dog Bo allegedly grabbed a box of cornbread muffin mix and tried to leave the store. Smith was arrested at this point and allegedly fought with officers like she wasn't gonna. Meanwhile, police said Van had removed his clothes in the back of the store, exposing himself to customers. Van was riding on a scooter and allegedly refused to stop when approached by police. He allegedly attempted to run over one officer but was stopped and arrested.
So he was riding bareback on a scooter.
Wait, so this is a
I wonder if it was his own scooter or if it was the store's.
Did you say mother and son?
Yes,
So-
mother and son and dog.
Some dude is in the back of a Walmart, just buck naked,
Stripping down
on a
while
little
his mom's
scooter,
hunting for his dog.
and the mom is going, "I can't find my dog. I'm going to steal a bunch of stuff and go Jackie Chan on a bunch
By
of."
the way, this store display would look great in my trailer. Like, you know.
Is this right? Like, I can't find my dog. Damn, that would look good. Like, I'm just gonna
love
take
this
it.
display.
Right.
Did they? This does not sound like this is premeditated.
So whatever happened to the corn muffin mix or whatever was that the dog
apparently they wrestled that away from Bo, and or might have let him keep it. I'd say the dog's been in the care of these two. He probably deserves a little cornbread muffin mix.
Yes.
I'm just hungry.
The owner's dog's name was Jiffy.
Yeah, Bo. Dog's name was Bo.
Bo.
Yeah.
What I would really like to hear is the mom's response to what her son was doing in the back of the store.
Yeah. Hey-ya!
Or was it okay? Did she start the commotion first, and then the son's like, "This
Yep,
is my
might as well
moment to
get
shine."
Mama, you ain't showing me up this year. You got me at the last reunion. This one, I'm taking the trophy.
Mother son dance at Shawshank. It's great. Like, wow.
I would say we're 3 for 3.
Wow. I am going to start
Good night.
implementing karate at Walmart.
Yep, only after taking this the floor display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just putting them in my cart. Hi-ya. Wow.
Yep.
Do you know karate?
I used to study kung fu actually years and years and years ago.
What about you? Patrick?
Nodded a little.
Yeah, I did for about 2 or 3 years. I studied Shaolin and Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like real. That's not like I went down to my YMCA and took
right.
the free
Well,
karate.
I studied under a. It wasn't the same. He was taught by the same grandmaster that taught Bruce Lee.
That gum.
Yeah, Grandmaster Ming, maybe. I can't
That's
remember.
the response to that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
You learned from the guy who taught Bruce Lee.
Oh,
That
gum.
gummit.
It was legit. Yeah, it was legit. Well, my instructor was taught by the same.
Right. But still, like
Grandmaster.
just a couple levels of separation. That's
Right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was interesting. I loved it. I just stopped doing it.
Hey,
One of my brothers kept going. He tested. I think he was like right up like first level black sash.
Wow.
And he's a little skinny guy that got sucker punched in a bar once by some big dude, and that big dude took him a little while to recover in the hospital. Because I mean, it was just I heard from witnesses because this was my bar I used to go to all the time.
Sure.
And they told me my brother got in a fight up there. I said, "Well, what happened?" I said, "Well, this guy sucker punched him, and that's pretty much all we saw, other than because basically my brother lunged at him and hit him so hard that the guy fell down and slid across the floor with my brother like on his chest, and his head slid underneath the jukebox, and my brother's trying to pull his head back out there to keep getting digs in because my brother is he probably right now weighs about 140 pounds. He's 6'2". He's scrawny, but man, I wouldn't cross him. But, yeah.
We got a comment from Facebook. Wall martial arts.
Walmart.
Dwight McCormick.
Dwight.
Thank you. You may have named the episode.
Wall martial arts.
I like it.
We have 3 choices of an episode now, and I'm going to ask our Facebook friends to pick. We have
Vote on the comments.
playing the pipe organ, finger in the hidey hole, and wall martial arts.
Karate.
That is a good one. That's from Dwight McCormick right there. Dwight McCormick actually won last year's fireworks comedy competition at Wiley's. Yes, he's Brilliant comic.
I'm just excited
He's
people
fairly
are
clean,
watching
too.
us.
Yeah, that's always
Thank
fun.
you.
Well, we're going to have to take a break, and unfortunately, we're going to have to boot Tyler.
I'll be booted.
Yeah, well, you'll be booted. You'll be replaced with Amy James. You brought your guitar. Maybe Amy brought her piano.
Well, those are portable.
Don, you need your pipe organ now.
Yeah. We should go to break.
With that,
what shows you have coming up, real quick?
Again, every Wednesday, 7:00 is the open mic at Fretboard Brewing. And then for the foreseeable future, I will be, if you go on to any of the social medias, I've got my thing. I'm planning a big album release for mid-June. So,
and that's St. Mary, St. Mike?
St. Mary, St. Mike, anywhere on the social medias.
All right.
Okay, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for
Always a
having
pleasure.
me.
Yeah.
Patrick, take us away. Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, with repeats on Wednesdays from 10 to noon and Thursdays from noon to 2. You can also stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence